Hello, all you YouTube friends and family, and to anybody that's new here, hello, new friend. I figure today is a perfect day to load up my truck. I have to make a trip to Anchorage tomorrow, a doctor's appointment, and I figure it's a good time to let my aluminum cans pay for the fuel to Anchorage and see what else I can collect, because somehow I have to pay this doctor bill. So I figure the more money I can get from recycling, the more money I have to pay towards that bill. But I just bring you up here to the back of my truck. I already loaded up some of the scrap aluminum that I've collected and threw it in the truck. I am gonna get it weighed up. You see what it looks like. There it is. And I will pull that back out, weigh it up, because I like to have a weight. So first of all of that aluminum that was sitting in the back of the pickup comes up to 27 pounds, 9 ounces. Not sure what they're giving for this aluminum, but I'll find out tomorrow. It's going bye-bye. Kara's gonna be so happy to see at least one pickup load of junk leave the property. Woohoo! And truth be told, so will I. I need to get rid of this junk. I've been collecting since 2007 and yep, time to get rid of some of this stuff for sure. And they're right there. Most of those cans are smashed. Anything that's in a white bag, that bag, these white flip bags, they are not smashed, and they won't be going with me. I won't be able to haul all of my smashed cans even, because the bed of my truck is too small. But I'm gonna see how much I can get filled up in there. The aluminum cans always have paid for my fuel to drive to Anchorage. I get enough off of the aluminum cans to pay for the fuel. I didn't pay anything for any of these cans because I believe that we added maybe 5 or 6 aluminum cans in this pile that I actually bought with content in it, and we drained the content out. We do not drink a lot of soda pop, especially in cans. If we do buy soda pop, it is usually the cheapest form of soda pop we can buy, which is 2-liter bottles. So, and then I find use for the 2-liter bottles. But yep, I will be getting a weight on all of that as well. I have a whole lot of these kitty litter buckets that have brass in them. I haven't been able to find anybody that wants them. Haven't been able to sell them to anybody else, so I think I'm just gonna recycle a bunch of that too this time. Just get rid of it, and I can always go collect more, because I enjoy collecting the brass just as much as I enjoy recycling it and getting the cash. So 45 auto, and buckets are fairly full. This one says junk, so they're going to be bent casings already anyway. That's not very full, that's pretty empty. $10mm. Yeah, it's a good third of the way full. That's just all rifle, 30-06, just whatever. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff in there. It looks all rusty and gross, but that's just because it sat outside, got rained on, and I had a piece of steel inside the bucket. But they pay me the same whether it looks like that or all clean. $308, 762.51. $30-06, quite a bit of that in there. But I've offered it to people and nobody seems to want it. I'm sure that after I recycle it, there will be a whole bunch of people that say, I wish I could have had that. That's the way it goes. I need to get my property cleaned up. So I'm gonna earn a little bit of cash with this stuff that way. Here's a coffee can full of brass. And yep, there's value in that brass, but nobody seems to ever come and get any from me. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm telling you. I'll be taking these aluminum casings in with me as well. See how much they might give me for that. There's no weight really there, but if I can get a few pennies, I'm already spending the gas to get there. Might as well earn a couple more pennies. Like I said, hospital bills are piling up, and I really do want to pay them down a little bit. And here's underneath my porch, just some more bucket upon bucket upon bucket upon bucket, a bucket. There's another bucket right there. That bucket has brass in it, and buckets of brass piled up on the right hand side there. So yep, I have plenty of brass. And that is all, I think that is all 357 casings. Well, it looks like there might be a 44 mag in there, one or two of them in there as well. Here's a bucket of 22 casings that you pick up. And now I won't be recycling all of this all at once, but I will fill up a couple buckets and try to get a little bit of money out of it. The brass is usually the best way for me to collect and get some money. The brass adds up fast. And there's a bucket of 9mm, which my brother will take all of that. He will get that from me, so that's cool. Just a couple more pieces. Just throw that in, and 762 by 39 brass casings, which probably will hold on to those. Looks like some 22-250 in there as well. But I probably will hold on to this bucket just because 762 by 39 is really expensive with the brass casings, and not a whole lot of people buy that. They usually buy the steel casing, so I Some of this stuff I will have a hard time parting with, like I always do. But I'll show you something else I got here. So just another miscellaneous bucket of brass. Nine millimeter again, lots of it. That bucket, and that bucket. And 10 millimeter, more of that. And then this whole bag. Of never been sorted through. Haven't even looked at it. So I should be able to get a couple $100 with all of this brass. The geese came waddling through to check out what I'm up to. They're so curious. I'm messing around. Keone, don't scare them away. No. You're okay. You're okay. Yes, you're okay. They're so curious, it's just funny. I really like that about them though, how curious these two are. They want to check out what I'm doing. And right over the top of my house. Good thing they don't drop bombs from those things. Thanks for stopping by for a visit. I enjoyed it. So the first bag is 7 pounds, 4 ounces. Once we get a couple bags in, then you'll just go all the way forward. 8 pounds, 2 ounces. 610.
This is sticky.
74. Eight, 2. I think that's about it for that.
That's good for that bag.
Kinley. I'd like to leave room for buckets of brass back there.
So the next bag is going to go on top of this?
I don't know that. Yeah, it'll just be a small bag. We'll just go right here with it,
Okay.
I think. And then right where you're standing, I'll have a bucket or two of brass. There's not many left. Let's see. It'll probably spill into our area. Anyway. It ain't no big deal.
Well, if your
The brass won't take up very much.
Well, if the cat containers, the kitty litter containers are clean, you can set them on the floorboards in the back.
Yeah, I won't. I won't do that. I got enough other junk back there. Eight, 2. I didn't say that out loud. Oh, another 8, 2. Yeah, I think the scale's broken. It keeps giving me 8 2s. Does that mean that's all the bags will hold? Now packed as full as they'll go. 7, 8. Biggest thing is just to try to keep the cans from leaking in the truck. As long as the top will close.
Yeah, it'll be. There's some.
Now I just get to pick out whatever brass I'm going to get rid of. 2, 2, 3. 14 pounds, 12 ounces. Just junk. 3 pounds, 15 ounces. 17 pounds, 14 ounces. 45 auto. More 10 millimeter. 12 pounds, 13 ounces.
Do you want me to take the dogs in? You're almost done.
I'm almost done.
With this thing.
Rim Fire, 3 pounds, 15 ounces. They pay different for that. And then the last but not least, ooh, the aluminum casings. I want it to look as clean as possible. I don't want them to think I'm trying to cheat them at all, because I don't believe in cheating. Cheating is wrong. Anybody who cheats on their stock yard is a silly, silly man, because they'll just quit buying from you. Or you cheat on them, cost them money. They might not be around to buy the product from you the next time around. So, looks like the tear works out pretty good on that bucket. We know it holds them all. £7 pounds, 15 ounces. So there you have it. Got the truck all loaded up. Pretty much ready to go now. Taking off in the morning. Make that trek to Anchorage. Doctor's appointment. A little bit of recycling. And then hopefully they'll be happy with what I'm bringing them. Hopefully the prices are up, because I didn't even check. I don't worry about it. I want to get rid of this stuff anyway. I have way too much of it. But yes, I put a lot of time and effort into sorting all of this brass out just to mix it back together and send it to the recyclers. But there's a couple things that go along with that. I was able to sort out all of the 9mm, and my brother's going to take pretty much all of that. He's building up a stockpile of 9mm to go plinking and have fun. I was able to get a couple other sizes or calibers to other people who could use them, but just nobody's interested in reloading anymore. I don't know. Or people who do reload, they save what they have. I'm not sure, but I can't. But I'm having a hard time finding an outlet for this brass, and all I want to do is get scrap price for it. Anyway, so I might as well just scrap it. My scrap yard requires that you look through every round. No, they don't want you just bringing in buckets, because the people that buy from them don't want any live rounds. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want any live rounds either going through my machinery. And definitely if you're putting it in a melting pot, you don't want that going off, right? Nobody needs to get hurt. And the other thing is they don't, most of the time the 22 rounds are, I think, the ones that have the most live rounds, just because people just leave them everywhere. If you ever watched any of my rangefind videos, 22 rounds are everywhere. I find them all the time. And they pay different for the 22 casings, which they want them separated out. And they're pretty diligent about when you're dumping the buckets out. They're watching pretty good. And I don't blame them. Again, I totally agree and understand. Looks like we timed that just about right. Started raining right at the end of me talking. Woohoo! This looks just about the way I left it yesterday. Raining. Well, it didn't rain all day. I did make it to town. I did get my doctor's appointment taken care of. And that was an experience in itself, but got that taken care of. And got the truck all emptied out. Nothing left. I got my straps put back in case I want to stop somewhere and get some more stuff. Note to self. Those geese are crazy loud. Note to self, they do not take the aluminum casings at the scrapyard. At least not at my scrapyard. So I will have to find another use for these. Don't worry, I've already got another use at mine. It's just whether I can find the time, energy, and desire to do what I have in mind. These will just get set off to the side again and collect more rain, just like they were before. And since it is raining, I figure that I will move into the greenhouse so I can kind of do a wrap up on my experience at the scrapyard. Man, medication really has me puffy. I didn't really like my cheeks sunk in, but now I look fat. I don't like that either. Why are we just never happy? Oh my goodness. This medication it causes me to retain a bunch of fluids, and it's going to my cheeks. A few other places in my body, but mostly in my face and my cheeks. They told me that would happen, and I guess that's better than the alternative, right? So much for my career as a supermodel. They'll never hire me now. I'm too puffy. That really looks bad. Oh my goodness, I gotta quit looking at myself. We need to turn this camera around and get it off of my face. Ugh. So I have retreated from the rain into the greenhouse. And sure enough, I got in here and it pretty much stopped raining. But that's okay. I am comfortable now, so this is where I'm gonna stay. Anyway, my breakdown. This is what I came up with for weights. That pile of aluminum was, according to my scale, 27 pounds, 9 ounces. And according to them, they said 28 pounds. Right here. They said 28 pounds on that line. Right there. And they're paying $900 a ton. My yellow brass, right there, my brass casings. So this line here, I said I had 89 pounds, 6 ounces. And we came out pretty close. They said 90 pounds. And then aluminum cans, I said I had, there's the line of aluminum cans, 88 pounds, 15 ounces. And the aluminum cans, they gave me 86 pounds. That's not too bad either. Pretty close. I'm not going to argue about a couple pounds off, especially since the heavier stuff like the brass, I got a little bit more than what I said I had. They did not take the aluminum shell casings. I had 7 pounds, 15 ounces, and I still have 7 pounds, 15 ounces in my possession. And then I said for the 22 casings, I had 3 pounds, 15 ounces, which is pretty much what they said. Get it to focus here now. 4 pounds right there. The very bottom, 4 pounds. So, not bad. In the regular casings, I got $170.10. The cans, I got $25.80. Aluminum, just the pieces of scrap aluminum, $12.60. And the 22 casings, $7.16. Now those 22 casings, everybody just passes those up. But since I was already taking that trip to town, that's an additional $7.16 in my pocket that if I just passed them up, would have been left behind. Now we're going to ask about how much fuel I spent. And remember, I went to a doctor's appointment today. And so I was going to spend that fuel anyway. But I used my can money to pay for the fuel. You can see right there, I paid $3.44 a gallon. I got 6.56 gallons. The tank was full when I left. I filled the tank up upon return into town. $22.65 in fuel. So the aluminum cans paid for my fuel and gave me just a couple of dollars extra to pay doctor bills with. So there you have it. The video's getting pretty long, so I'm going to end it right there. I just want to thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.